So if you feel like you are different, if you feel like you don't really belong in your family, then this is why. Because you are the person who's been called in so that you can really shake the roots and you can show them how things are to be done differently, how they can be easier, how they can be more fun, how they can have a lot more freedom. So know this, especially for all the black sheeps, especially for all the people who feel like they're doing something that is vastly different to their family, who feel like they're getting a lot of pushback from their family, and you feel like you don't belong. Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about intergenerational karma. What is karma? Let's break that down and let's understand what is the impact that we can have from our families and our ancestors. What are some of the negative or positive karmic patterns that we can carry from both these parties? And is there something that we can do to let go of the non-serving beliefs and ideas? Let's debunk a lot of the myths and empower our lives even more. So, if you don't know me, I am Kanika. I'm an energy coach and an Akashic Records reader. And I channel these conversations because I want more and more people to know about topics such as this so that we can really have more empowered lives, so that we do not have to live from limits and we can bring up ourselves and our kids with a lot more joy and freedom. So, if you're interested, please hit subscribe below so that we can be YouTube friends or wherever else you're listening to this conversation. So let's begin. What is karma? So there is a lot of confusion that we can have around karma. It can be seen as a punishment tool. It can be seen as something that is like bigger than us and can make us very fearful as well about life. But it's not really that. Karma is a balancing act for our evolution on Earth. But it really comes from deep love for us and for the entire humanity as well. Let me explain. So think about a flower, and that flower being you, and that flower blooming and glowing more and more, and getting even shinier, getting even more iridescent, and just claiming more of its own light. That is what karma is meant to do. That is exactly the vision that I got when I looked for karma. What does it really mean? We are all coming from divine source. This source where all life originally started. Now, whether you think of the Big Bang Theory, there was a star, we all started from that star in essence. All life form started from there in essence. There's a source that brings all of us together, that created this lifetime on Earth, that created lifetime on this universe, that created all life in all the universes that we know of or that we don't know. We all come from that divine source. We all carry that divine light within ourselves. So why did we split off? Why did we come out from source? We came out because we wanted to have more understanding. Source itself wanted to have a lot more understanding and awareness, see things in a relational concept, right? See what happens when I do something to the other, and how does that whole action result in feelings, emotions? What do we feel? How do we evolve with that? So that's the whole purpose. That's why we are all split off from divine source. Each and every one of us is split off from divine source. And we all come here to have these experiences, but then basically to be able to grow, evolve, and become more fuller versions of ourselves. The entire story about karma is literally just that, to raise the vibration of entire humanity as well. You would have heard that love heals everything. You would have heard that Earth loves us unconditionally. So the vibration for Earth is this unconditional love. That if we get there to this place where we can just give everyone unconditional love, regardless of who they are, then we are already raising our vibration. We are bringing this universe, we're bringing the earth into harmony. Now, let me talk about this love for a minute. and then I'll go more into karma. So unconditional love is different than the conditional love that most of us know about. Unconditional love is very much loving and being open, being accepting. It does not mean that you're inviting darkness, that if someone slaps you, you're like, oh, okay, here's my other cheek. It's not that. But it's knowing your boundaries, it's acting with grace, and it's understanding that someone's dark, someone's light, like just seeing them, but not feeling affected by it, not getting triggered by it. It's just seeing it and just going, okay, I see you. You're in the dark. I see you. You are in the light. I see you, and I hold my space. I can see you. And this is the vibration where I'm at, a much higher vibration. And I'm just going to offer love, which basically means that I'm seeing you for who you are. I acknowledge that. And yes, if there is light, there's going to be more of a dance here. We're going to dance together. We're going to do some things together. If you are in the darkness, if you continue to be in the darkness, you want to be in the darkness, then that's okay as well by me. But the sphere, my circle, is separate. It's a little bit like what the earth does as well. So the earth, it doesn't matter if you are really, in that sense, not being fair to the earth, doing certain things to harm the earth. Some people can be very cruel to animals. We know we can be digging out some fuels and so on, but just treating earth in the not best manner. But earth is still there. These people also don't get up and think, oh, okay, today I don't know if I'll have floor underneath or not, because they'll always have it. Earth will always be there. So earth has that unconditional love. She sees, she understands that this person's got a little bit more darkness, this person's got light, but she's just there. And that's this definition of unconditional love, that you are just there, you understand the light, the darkness, you understand that, and you are just there, you hold your space. And it's also got a boundary. So, how does Earth have a boundary? Earth has a boundary in the sense that there are people who are a lot more interactive with the Earth, people who, for example, would love animals, and they have a conversation that goes on with Earth because they're more open to it, because they're more ready for it. And the same way, when you have unconditional love, this is this place where if someone's in the darkness, you don't need to waste your energy there. You just have a boundary, and maybe there'll be a time when they're ready and you can show more of your light to them. But then there are times when they're not ready and you just leave them, and you will have interaction more with people in the light. So it's definitely not saying that you love everyone and that everything is okay. It's not painting that picture. It's basically knowing the boundaries for yourself and interacting, allowing more light for yourself. Okay, so coming to karma now. Karma is this process of evolution as well. It's not punishment. It's not that I've got to get a revenge on you, because basically why we incarnate is to learn more. So sometimes we learn that by doing the right thing. Sometimes we learn that by doing the wrong thing. Wrong thing might have been, for example, could have been murdering someone, could have been snatching something from someone. But all those times when you've done something wrong, there's also a learning that you have with that. Maybe you take away something from someone and you realize, oh, that didn't feel good. I don't want that to happen to me. So karma is that teaching mechanism. Now, maybe with that action, somebody would just learn it with literally that, and their karmic lesson is done and over with. But karma could also be another step if it just takes a little bit longer. Let's say somebody killed someone. Now, it's not going to happen that if I kill someone, then to balance that out, somebody else is going to kill me. Probably not. And I'll tell you why. Because if this was the case, then oh my God, we're just really not leveling up on earth at all, right? Because for someone to kill me, then someone has to kill me, then there has to be another equalizing factor for them and they have to get killed. And the story literally never ends. And I'm just talking about one killing. So we have to have a better way of learning, a better way of learning while not making the earth a worse place. We have to bring harmony and more love and more joy on earth. That's the essence where the concept is built on. And hence, when they talk about karma, They really want karma to be more in this process of learning, but learning with love. And what that means is that there's always going to be the smallest dose that is given first so that you learn your lesson. You will notice that for whatever negative pattern you have in your life, there's always like a theme that runs through. Maybe your theme is that you do not have very good relationships. And you'll notice how there were things in your childhood. Then you'll notice things with your first partner. Then you'll notice things with your second partner. And probably there's a stem that's like literally growing, right? Maybe you needed to learn your boundaries. And so with your parents, you were little, you were just learning. But then with your first partner, you felt it was not the best relationship, but it was still okay. And then there's another relationship where it's really tested. So you see that common theme that's running. A is you, that you are the receiving end because you need to learn that. But two, it's the common thread that just becomes bigger and bigger because one day they're hoping that you will be able to learn the lesson. And the lesson gets magnified not to punish you, but the lesson gets magnified so that you really get it. If you have to experience loss, loss might start with losing a ring, losing a jewelry, losing something else that is dear to you. It might not always start with loss of a life. You might just notice loss of a life in someone else who's dear to you in their life. But if you still do not learn from that, whatever you're supposed to learn, if that empathy or kindness does not go to you still, then things will magnify more. But usually, this is how karma works, usually, most of the cases. The concept of karma, it's not really to punish you at all. It is more to help you come more into your divine light. See yourself as this connection from source being the divine, ultimate divine creator of the whole world, universe, multiverses, and you being connected with that light. So it's more raising your vibration and operating from that vibration regardless of what happens. So it is regardless of how the world's treating you. It's regardless of whether you feel that things are fair to you or not, but you operating from that space because this is truly who you are. So once you start understanding that, you'll start understanding that karma isn't about punishing, rather, it's more about allowing you to be more and more true to yourself. So let's dive into the next sections. I want to talk about intergenerational karma. So we'll begin first with our family, where we are born. And let's look at family karma. Family karma is karma that we inherit from our families. One common example or thread there could be this belief that, oh, you have to work hard to make money because that's what our parents have seen. That's what generations beyond them have seen. So this is usually a common karmic thread that we work through. And so think of that like a circle, and circle because circle is a line which does not end, right? Circle keeps going and going and going. So karma is a pretty much like that as well. So you're walking on this line. You'll continue having those experiences more and more till you can break out of them, till you can learn the lesson. Okay, money is hard to make, money is hard to make, money is hard to make. That's what you learn as a child. Think of the child walking behind the parent, just observing all the things as you're growing up, just absorbing like a sponge, whatever they are showing you, consciously, unconsciously, really imprinting that into your human experience. You're taking that. And then you grow up with that. And then there might be a point where you come, I'm not taking the story anymore. And this is where you start shifting out of it because this is your karmic lesson. This is how you break up from that karmic agreement. This is how actually you graduate from that. And sometimes this karmic pattern where you really bring coming out of it, that can feel like a big shift because it is your family karma, right? Family karma will have a much stronger pull than something that's just your individual karma. Family karma will be because the whole family is tied into it. So everybody feels money is very hard for us to make. So let's say now you have a brilliant idea and you go, I'm going to do this, something that is very different to what your family's always done. And you go, this is how I'm going to make money. And guess what? Money making is going to be easy for me. And the first opposition you will face is from your family members, your loved ones. Because for them, they were at this level, they're all in a pact, they've all got agreement. And what is happening at the energy level is that they're all getting really triggered because it does not align with their beliefs. They haven't learned that lesson yet, but all that resistance comes through for you. And this is what a lot of the people who are doing anything different, like maybe they're having a different profession, maybe they are just going to operate differently. Let's say the gays, the lesbians, people who've had to say something, do something that is very different from how it is being done in their family. This is what they really face at that time. They're facing the family karma around how things have to be a certain way. This is the family that has been operating in a certain way, and they're really trying to get beyond that. But if you feel like the black sheep, if you feel like, oh my God, I have to rise up from this, and everything in your family seems to be like, no, or you just feel like you're hitting the brick walls again and again, know that you come into your family for a reason as well. If you feel like the black sheep in your family, if you feel like you just don't fit into your family, you definitely need to know this. There's a reason why you are different. Because this is how family pattern or family karma is working. There are our ancestors on both sides. So your mom's side, your dad's side as well. And it doesn't matter whether you know them, whether you don't know them, right? You know them. As in, this is literally running in your DNA thread. So you have them at your mom's side, you have them at your dad's side, and you're coming from there. Now, both these sides, mom's side and dad's side, they both have a leader, so to speak. And this leader is watching how the family generation is going, and they want that to evolve as well, right? Go higher, expand more. That is literally the vibration on earth. This is how everything is supposed to happen. So these leaders are looking to increase the vibration of the entire family line. And sometimes the family gets stuck, which is why they put the energy and bring in a new, different soul. So if you feel like you are different, if you feel like you don't really belong in your family, then this is why, because you are the person who's been called in so that you can really shake the roots and you can show them how things are to be done differently, how they can be easier, how they can be more fun, how they can have a lot more freedom. So know this, especially for all the black sheeps, especially for all the people who feel like they're doing something that is vastly different to their family, who feel like they're getting a lot of pushback from their family, and you feel like you don't belong, know that your ancestors, especially your leader from the mother's line, from the father's line, they're really supporting you, because you wouldn't have had a body unless they were not saying yes to it. You would not have incarnated. So if you are here, you're doing something different, know that you have very deep support, even if it feels at times like nothing like that. But know that you will get over the hurdle, know that you will be on the other side, know that your whole family will be better off. Know that a whole lot of your family members will also see the light in you and come with you eventually. A lot of them will, when they're able to get that, cross that stage. So this is the first level of intergenerational karma. This is this first level with our families where you have to cross sometimes and do some of the things that can shift your family in a very different way, that you are bringing that light. So congratulations to you. This is the purpose there. Great. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about in the intergenerational karma piece is how everything is still rooted back to you, because it is, right? It's coming more to you, coming more to how much are you connecting with your divine light? How much are you connecting with your truest inner self? And that's how karma is a very great teacher. It's really bringing you back to your own inner truth, like nothing else. It is helping you with your root chakra and your earth star chakra activation. Let me explain. Root chakra, and I would have other videos on that, which I'll link in the video below as well. Root chakra is very much your center of identity. Root chakra is who you are. How do you think you are? It's your belief in yourself. It's your understanding, your awareness about yourself. And obviously, to do something that is able to shift the world around you or to shift your family thinking around you, for that, you have to have very deep inner knowing, very deep inner belief. If your family believes that work has to be very hard, and you're saying, no, I'm going to do this, or your family says anything around marriage has to be a certain way, this is the profession we should be doing, and you're just doing something different, then you will have a lot of conviction for that. You will really need to probe your values and be very self assured on those. So, this is why it's really helping with your root chakra activation. Let me talk about root chakra activation, then I'll talk about Earth Star chakra activation. Root chakra activation, this is blissful, you guys. Like, as painful as it might feel in the beginning to work with the root chakra, root chakra is this place where we're really tapping into the earth energy. We're tapping into her resources, we're tapping into her abundance, we're tapping into her freedom as well. So, the more and more your root chakra is activated, you'll actually find that money, comfort, abundance, just the world, earthy, material experiences, they all will become a lot more easier for you because that is what the root chakra is about. So, the more you are able to do that, the more you're able to step into your essence, the more you're able to step into your truth, that this is how you want to live in the world, even if it's different from your family, the more you'll be able to create that space for yourself. So, that's the root star chakra. That's the good news, that you're going to get more financial abundance, that you will be more comfortable the more and more you do it. The more you're able to push the boundaries, the more you're able to be true to yourself, the more you're really able to figure out yourself and operate from your inner truth, the more you will be in that higher vibration and higher freedom and abundance because of that, because inside out goes, right? Now let's talk about the Earth Star activation. And then I have another news for you guys. So, Earth Star activation, Earth Star chakra is a little bit deeper down, so it's almost below the feet as well. And this is this chakra that is connecting us with our ancestors. So, this is what will start happening. When you start connecting with your ancestors, this is also bringing the pains and the traumas of your ancestors. This will bring up stuff that they were feeling. And often at this time, you might sometimes have dreams. You might sometimes feel like your grandfather, your grandparents, they're talking to you, especially if you're meditating. You might notice them, you might feel them, and you could just have a chat with them. Oftentimes, I don't even find this hard at all. Like, it's the physical, it's the family layer that can feel a lot harder. But the spiritual layer, working with our ancestors, can be a lot easier if you are just more open to it, if you allow that a lot more. And all you have to do is just talk to your ancestors, especially the ones that are really against. Let's say you want to break out of a marriage that you do not feel is great for you and your family, especially your great great ancestors, they have been more traditional, marriage is not broken. I'm just giving you examples that maybe there's something like that that you're struggling with. Now, you could show this to your ancestors. You can really talk to them. You can tell them that this is what you're doing and this is how much freedom it will bring to the rest of the generation as well. And lots of times when you bring that awareness to them, because they're somehow stuck in that body experience when they came to earth, but they're a spirit, so they'll be more easily able to understand that. But you just need to have a chat with them. Most of the times, they're a lot easier. Explain to them that this is what you're doing, this is how it's going to spread more light in the world. And a lot of times you will find that they actually step back. You will also find that they will come and start supporting you on your journey. So it is immense with the Earth Star Chakra as well. Earth Star Chakra, again, more rooted, more deeper into the earth. So it actually leads to a lot more abundance, lot more comfortable living. Because also your ancestors have been on earth, they know a lot. They can start infusing you with that wisdom and knowledge as well, just how to make life on earth a lot more comfortable. So it is really cool when you can be in your true divine guidance and really operate from that place, because you will start getting a lot of support from your ancestors. And the more and more you tune into it, the more and more you will find that life just somehow gets a lot easier, because all the entanglement that you have with earth, a lot of the karma that you had, that you were carrying from your ancestors, a lot of that just automatically starts taken care of because you've learned your lesson, because you are leaning into your truth. So it all just starts automatically working out for itself. So that's the great thing. Now, another great piece on this part is around DNA activation. Yes, you heard that right. The more you are healing your intergenerational karma, the more you are operating from your divine light, the more you are showing that this is what light, what love is about, the more you are also activating your DNA. Now, you've probably heard scientists will say that we've got so many junk DNA strands. And that's because they don't understand that a lot of the DNA strands, they're so light that right now the scientific measurement techniques that we have, we just cannot see through them. We cannot understand them. And hence, because there's no other way to explain it, we go, this is junk DNA. The human body never needed it. But all of us in this process of evolution would not have had these DNA strands if they did not mean anything to us. So they're all encoded within us. And the more and more work that you do, the more and more lighter vibration that you can handle, these DNA strands start getting activated and you get access to more and more of this knowledge. So this knowledge comes through from your ancestors. This knowledge comes to you from the angelic beings and the spirit guides and all this upper consciousness as well, because more light starts flowing through you. And whatever you're trying to do, whether it's a new business, whether it's a new relationship, however you're trying to change the world around you, all that starts getting easier the more you tap into that knowledge because your DNA starts getting activated. It's just a natural process. A huge shout out to all the people who are wanting to do something which feels against the family, so to speak. It seems like you're upsetting your family norms. It seems like you're going against and doing something radically different. But I wanted to give you all a huge shout out because A, what you're doing is really brave. But two, you're standing in your own inner truth and never for a moment doubt that it's not required. Even your own family members who are saying no right now really need that. They just don't know it. They need you to stand in your own light so that they can know what that light is about. So kudos to you. Well done. And it is well supported. Know that you will be supported along the way. It does seem like it's very hard, but it's okay. You're really pushing through a ton of brick walls, maybe. But know that when you push through them, there's just a lot of light, a lot of freedom, a lot of love that awaits you because there's just nothing else. Right. Now, there's one last thing that I want to talk about the whole intergenerational karma piece. Today, I've just spoken a little bit around karma. I didn't go as much into personal karma. I didn't go as much into planetary karma or our country karmas and so on. But I'll leave you with this that karma, the more and more you work with karma, with your family karma, or generally see the patterns, right? Because that could just take me hours to talk about country karma, to talk about individual karma. It would make this a very long episode. But think of the patterns in your life and whatever patterns, however you start working with them and bringing in more light into you, know that with every level that you do, it seems like a very energetic, big shift because it is an energetic shift. You're going from, this level to this level, you're really jumping space. But every single time you do that, every single time you're really doing it, not with ego, but just more doing it with light, with love, that this is who you truly are. You're really coming back to your own core center. Know that you're just bringing in more light and more love for yourself because you're bringing in more of that source energy. You're bringing in more of that divine light into you. And this divine light is about creation. It is about magnification. It is about attraction. It is about having more of your light out there. So you will literally start shining more. People might just come up to you and say, you look very different today. And it won't be because you've done special makeup or something, but it's just because you're literally emanating more light. You'll find that you will say things and people will just automatically start getting drawn to whatever business you're wanting to create. You'll just automatically start attracting the right people, the right relationships. A lot of those right things will start happening. So, whatever in between that facade that you have, the energetic pull and shift that it feels in between going from that place, the limiting place, to the expanded place that you want to go to, know that you doing this, you have a lot of support as well, and call on that support. When you're feeling really stuck, this is the best way. Call on to source. So call on to that creatress, the god, the goddess, whoever you think created the world. Call on to them for help. Ask them that, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. this is what my truth is, and somehow I'm finding it very hard to express myself and my truth. And they'll help you. Ask your spirit guides, ask your angelic guides. You can ask your ancestors. Even if you don't know who are the ancestors, who are the leaders on your mom's line or dad's line, who are really supporting you, even if you haven't connected with them, just say that, hey, I need your help. And then the other supporters for you will be the earth and the sun, because they also want evolution on earth. There's a lot of need for the vibration of earth to increase, and you are doing a tremendous part in increasing your vibration to raise the overall vibration of earth. And for that, I commend you and send you lots and lots of love and best wishes. Thanks for watching today. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider sharing it with your friends who you think might find it useful. Also, feel free to leave me a review, because I love knowing what you think about these episodes. I want to know what is the stuff that you are more interested in. What can I do so that it really helps you live a more empowered life? So I'll see you next time with another episode. Take care.